Football was the center of 19-year-old Chris Rodriguez's life, but it was while playing the sport that the teenager met his demise. Rodriguez and his 17-year-old cousin decided to spend yesterday evening practicing at Brasser Stadium in San Ignacio, as they do most days. But unbeknownst to them, the National Sports Council had implemented a fee, $15 an hour, to practice. So the two teenagers were surprised when 20-year-old facility caretaker Fausto Tech told them that they had to leave. They complied, but somewhere between the field and the gate, Tech and Rodriguez got into an argument that ended with Rodriguez's murder. And this video allegedly shows Tech as he chased the teenager, weapon in hand. And for Rodriguez's father, the call to let him know his son had been hurt was the last thing he expected.
I'm a horse trainer. I was training horse at the time when I got a call that, Chris got stabbed. I was shocked, surprised for they're calling me for something like that, because I know Chris is not a troublemaker. Chris avoid trouble. If you tell Chris something, he will walk away. And for him to get stabbed, something had to really went wrong or really sparked up Chris, to if he reacted at some point for a fight to occur.
And Rodriguez's teenage cousin, who witnessed the entire incident, told his father that it was Tech who initiated the argument.
This guy approached them and telling that if they have any ticket to be on the grounds to play, they said no. So the guy tell them, you guys need to leave. So Chris asked, why did we have to pay for practicing, right? So my son said, well, right now we are leaving. We're just going to take off our jerseys and we're going to leave. So when they were walking out, the guy was standing at the entrance at the gate. And that's what he was telling Chris, that he's the one that owns that field. And if he wants, he can make them come back, but if he wants, he cannot make them never to come in that stadium.
How is your son doing?
He's very traumatized. He don't want to come out from his house, and he's crying. I'm trying to talk to him. He don't want to hear nothing. So he blamed himself that he maybe could have tried to do something. But I said that maybe if he tried to intervene, maybe he will be the guy to get stopped, because he's a big guy. He's a big man.
And for this close-knit family, it's difficult for them to comprehend that something as minuscule as an unpaid usage fee could lead to the callous killing of a teenager, especially since the fee was only recently implemented.
It's ridiculous the way he died, because then how can you charge on a football field or a stadium, charging a fee without you even telling people or having someone there that's responsible and act mature enough to just react. And you could simply say, Chris, we were charging a fee to enter here. Have you buy your ticket, or give him a break. He probably didn't know that we're charging a fee to enter the stadium. And you have to give and take and give people consideration. That you can't just react off of one stupid ticket that you didn't buy. Chris was there because he loved football. That was his dream. He didn't follow my footsteps as a jockey or a horse trainer. He had his own goal, his own dream, and I totally supported Chris. He saw that he had to pass away in that manner, and I didn't have to really pass like that.
And the pain of his loss is compounded with the memories of his mother's and aunt's brutal murder back in 2016. Daisy Miralda and Miriam Mai were fatally shot inside Mai's salon by her ex-common-law husband, an incident that left many kids motherless, including Rodriguez and his siblings.
It was rough for me as well, living with your common law, and then they just take your common law away from you, and then the kids are much smaller, and then you have to raise as a single father. You hear a lot about single mother, but people don't look at it as they have great fathers here like myself. To move on with their kids, and I admire my kids. They struggle. Stephanie, Rodriguez, both of them, and Jasmine, they really struggle in school after they pass after that. Chris took it. He was a bit older. He took it more like, I would say, like a mature guy, and he probably didn't. It didn't bother him as much. He probably was hurted from the inside, but he had a strong mind, a strong heart to finish school, and I'm proud of him. He did great in school. I always told him from the beginning, I'm proud of you, son. You basically did it on your own.
And he was on the right track to reaching his dream. Rodriguez had become synonymous with football. It was the sport he loved and the career he wanted. A few months ago, he joined the World FC team in Cayo, and today, his coach and his teammate lamented the loss of the talented teen.
I really don't have words for express myself how I feel right now, but I really sad, and I think the whole community feel this one, I just not have the words to say it right now, but it's something I'm promising, talented young fella, and I just senseless, then take away the man's life, and I feel emotional already, I just can't right now, man. I just can't right now. He was, I don't want to say one of the best, but he was pretty much in the top 3 best players in the team. His position was a centre back, a defensive player, and he was pretty much, I would say, one of the best for the entire tournament. I mean, last season I think he was the MVP with the defense, right? He got the best defense last tournament, so that says a lot with the talented. He was young, 19-year-old, had so many talent ahead of him. Since the rule may come out that you have to pay, that may pretty much affect we. Well, because we are one of the teams and we don't have no sponsor, so we used to always try to raise fund or out of some of our pocket as team members, we used to help. But it's just ridiculous for charge for use this public area, I mean, I born and I grew up to play on this pitch for free my whole life, and all of a sudden now I'm feeded if I have to use it, and the little young boy hindered doing something he may love, like he never had to vandalize the area or make the cars on fight, and he just made play sports in our public area and just take away his life senselessly.
It's just sad, We grew up to play ball like Chris. Like, from we smile every Saturday to work out on the sacred field. Just to lose somebody out of senses, it's just hard. Chris and my brother half and on the field. Great leader. Every game he give you heart and soul. You gotta do something you love. It's simple because this field that nothing hard for maintain. We got so much talent in our beliefs, and we have to showcase our talent. We have to pay for use our field. It just upsetting, That's why they say football never going nowhere, I believe. But we have to live with what we got, make the most of all the opportunities we could get. I just ask that, then drop the charging because COVID really affect things, and then some teams need to get sponsorship for pay the field. And that's one thing, that's sports where we love, and we have to develop the sports. You can't develop something to charge teams to use field just like that.
But whether or not the NSC drops a fee, the life of a teenager on the cusp of adulthood has been snuffed out, and now his father has to live without the smiling face he had grown accustomed to, with only memories of his only child, and the hope that justice can still be served.
Very active, very active, very friendly. Anyone would get to talk to Chris from the beginning, you would fall in love with him. He always smiling, he always running jokes, He was just a easy person guy, just kind of a little bit keep to himself. He's by himself, and most of the time he will hang out with his cousins and just play soccer in here, or play. These young guys now will like to play Free Fire. No. So Chris was basically just a happy guy, entertain himself with his phone. We haven't recovered it from Miramay and Daisy Morala by get murdered by Andy Bostios. Still in trial right now. We still have. I personally haven't recovered from that yet, and to last, and my son now. I mean, it's too much. I mean, the law here have to tighten up and do better than that.
Courtney Menzies, 7 News.